Hey everyone, Bubble Boy here. The most asked question on my stream is always, which champion is the most OP? Well, no need to wonder any longer. This video will show that it is in fact everyone's favorite huntress. So how does a cute redhead carry the entire team on her back? With a few well-placed arrows, of course, and a boatload of swagger. So grab hold of the nearest safety device because we are going to dive right in. Cassie fills the role of a mobile, disruptive force that rolls through the enemy. What makes her so unique is her ability to outplay basically every single champion. This is accomplished through a high level of self-sustain, movement, and burst damage. Also, since she has no damage fall-off, she can outsnipe many champions, while being even more fearsome up close. First, let's do a quick review of Cassie's abilities. Her short bow shoots an arrow that deals 700 damage, has no fall-off, no bullet travel, and a slight travel time. While the travel time can feel like a disadvantage, it is extremely useful when playing corners. Also note that the arrows have a huge hitbox which you should abuse. Next, we have the right-click, Disengage, which deals 200 damage, knocks the target into the air, and can provide 30% bonus damage. The skill might seem underwhelming on paper, but in practice learning the right timing and placement of the skill is devastating. Not only does it allow you to combo your skills, but it also disorients your opponents or even outright kills them. Your Q is Blast Shot, which deals 450 damage and reduces healing by 50% for 3 seconds in an AoE. This is often used as a mini built-in cauterize when dueling healers, yet it also functions to finish off enemies behind walls. One thing to note is that this ability in Disengage can be cast simultaneously with your left click. Since the travel time of Blast Shot is slightly lower, you will have to lead the shot more. However, due to the AoE nature of the shot, this is usually pretty forgiving to hit. Lastly, for the E ability, we have Scout, which provides vision on all enemies. Unlike most characters' ultimates, this one is almost entirely utility. The vision is given to your entire team, allowing everyone to make smarter decisions and pre-fire around corners. However, Scout also has a hidden effect, making you CC immune. This is a game changer when dueling many champions like Cassie, Pip, or Makoa. So what do you need to begin the onslaught? Like every champion, it all begins with a specific type of loadout. The core of Cassie's kit revolves around a single ability, Dodge Roll. In order to create the best deck, you will need 3 cards, Incitement, Onslaught, and Lunge. These form the foundation of the build, so to speak, since the majority of the points will be invested here. The last 2 cards are 1-pointers, which generally are of a lesser importance. My personal favorite fillers are Quiver and Excitement. As for items, you will want Chronos, Life Rip, Blast Shields or Haven depending on the enemy's damage type, and then Wrecker or Cauterize. The first item you should buy is always Chronos with this build. Let's first talk about why Incitement is so crucial to this build. At level 4, it reduces the cooldown of Dodge Roll by 4 seconds if you hit your next shot. Why is this so huge? Well, Dodge Roll only has a 6-second cooldown. With Chronos 2, a 20% cooldown reduction, this negates nearly all of it. In practice, this means that you can roll around infinitely, dealing 30% more damage with each arrow. This jumps a single shot from 700 to 910 damage, bringing many targets down with 3 arrows instead of 4. So you must be thinking to yourself, that sounds great and all, but when do I start wrecking face? Well, my friend, like any good card build, the magic happens through synergy. This is where Onslaught 4 comes into play, giving you 40% lifesteal on your next shot. Essentially, you can heal 364 HP each shot, giving Cassie the ability to sustain an incredible amount of punishment. Lastly, we have Lunge 2, rounding out the base of this build and further improving the synergy. By increasing the distance of Dodge Roll by 40%, it allows you to cover significantly more ground, creating more complex jukes to both avoid and deal more damage. As for why I prefer Quiver 1, more rolls without having to reload means more mobility and damage. Meanwhile, Excitement 1 helps when I get overexcited and miss that first shot, which happens way more than I would like to admit. This card allows me to get the ball rolling again and resume being an absolute menace. Now that we have the loadout done, let's focus in on combos and mechanics. A small but incredibly important mechanic is the reload cancel. This is done by activating Dodge Roll about 70% of the way through the reload. This small boost in speed has saved me in more duels than I can count. As for combos, let's start with the bread and butter, or the roll shot, disengage shot, blast shot. Now if that doesn't roll off the tongue, I don't know what does. There are many variations to these combos. Depending on the situation and what cooldowns are available, you want to be able to pull off each one of these. Most of these combos deal a different amount of total damage, so depending on the opponent's current health and their level of Haven/Blast Shields, you can choose the right one. Obviously, making these decisions on the fly is no easy task and will take tons of practice to master. Also, take note that there are even more complex combos available once you get Chronos 2, since roll has virtually no cooldown. In many ways, the combos mimic those of fighting games, with the added dimension of aim. Make sure to practice these combos so when it comes game time, they'll feel like second nature. Now, for this last bit, I wanted to cover some of the small nuances that separate the good from the gods. The first thing to note is that roll covers more distance in the air, so using it off a ledge can help make exciting escapes or reach new perches. When playing against tanks, shooting a shield will not reset your dodge roll. However, you will still get the lifesteal. On the other hand, Ying's clones, Eevee's ice block, and Fernando's ult will both reset the roll and heal you. So hopefully you've enjoyed this guide and picked up a new trick or two. The current plan has me work on either Kinessa or Eevee next, but let me know what character guides you would like to see. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, Bubble Boy, out.